What is up, everyone? Welcome to the second episode of our special epic reactions here with Panda. How are you going, Panda?
So far, so good. I'm so excited to see what's coming next.
So am I. I'm not going to lie to you guys. You can probably tell we are recording this as a sequence because we cannot wait to find out what happens next. The first song exceeded my expectations by about a millionfold, and I
Oh
already
yeah.
had high expectations. So I cannot wait to hear what this is going to be, especially with the cliffhanger that it left us on.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
I'm glad that we had planned to record multiple tonight because if we hadn't, I would have been going insane not knowing what the next part was going to be. And if they actually answer this question about like the what's happening with this baby, are we going to kill a baby? Is
Yeah.
that how we're going to start off a musical?
And the
We're
thing
going to
about it is
find out.
like it is so impressive that we are absolutely chomping at the bit to get started from one song and all we heard was the lyrics. There is no visual at all.
Yeah,
That's all. And we're just enamored with this whole thing. That's good writing.
that is incredible writing, and it speaks a lot as well to the way that the sound has been done in terms of
Hmm.
I don't feel like I sat here staring at a picture. I feel like I could see in my head. I feel like the entire play was going on
Hmm.
in my head, and I know exactly. I could see exactly what was going on. It's such a cool thing. That the way they put this together, that they put in a fight scene on on
Yeah.
an audio file, and it didn't seem weird. Incredible. But
And,
yes,
you
so
know, my nerd brain, I could see Henry V, the big fight scene from that. Yes, I've seen the Shakespeare play. I know.
I've not. Um, I have not
I
seen
know,
that.
nerd.
So
I know.
yeah.
But that's
Uh,
what that reminded me of. And they just put
okay.
that in their audio and I'm like, "Wait a minute. This shouldn't work. It should be interrupting everything, but it doesn't."
Yeah, yeah. It's so cool the way that they've done it. But we are going to get into this and check out Just a Man, which is the second song from the Troy Saga. As always, guys, in the description below, we have a link to the original posting of the song by the original artist. He is making an incredible project here, so please go like the original video, check out the original song, comment, subscribe to him, and yeah, watch it without all our pauses and interruptions because we proved in our first video we do a lot of those. So yeah, check out the original, and we're going to get into this. This is Just a Man. Let's go.
I look into your eyes and I think back to the son of mine. You're as old as he was when I left for war.
Ooh, okay. Pause here. I think we both had the same.
Yep, we both pause at the same time and it unpause. We're doing it
I
again. I'll
unpaused it.
pause. I'll pause. I'll pause.
Sorry.
We're both so shook that we're both pausing and unpausing the damn video. Wow.
The shift in the shift in from the last one to this one is it's giving me whiplash for one thing, but it works.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is, but it isn't because I can literally see how this scene would play out where you have that big final moment and then everything drops away and you have your ballad come in with that soft guitar and he's singing to
Hmm.
the crib or singing to whatever he's like wherever the baby would be that he's singing to,
Yeah,
and the vocals are just insane.
gorgeous,
The
absolutely gorgeous.
the fragility he's putting in his voice, the way it's breaking slightly, those high notes are just
Hmm.
freaking stunning. Um
We keep comparing it to Hamilton, but this is like that when Hamilton and Burr are singing to their children.
a little bit, but and I never thought I'd say this in a fan like just a project that someone's made online, but
Hmm.
so far the lyrics to this are better than the song that Hamilton and Burr sing to their baby. I've always
Quite
found that.
frankly, well, I think because of the way that the conflict that he's got, it's gonna be different
Yeah, yeah,
and it's
true.
gonna be better because of but eh, I'll
Writing is
okay,
absolutely
keep
incredible.
going.
So for me, it's stunning. But yeah,
Absolutely beautiful.
the emotion that he's pouring into this first bit is just insane. And again, the story behind it, the idea that he will be singing
Mhm.
about, he has a son of his own at home, and now he has to
Yeah.
kill something that reminds him so much of that. That would be an amazing struggle for him to have to go through. All right, let's keep going.
When I left for war, will these actions haunt my days? Every man I've slain is the price I pay. Endless pain. Close your eyes and spare yourself the view. How could I hurt you?
Doing it again.
We're doing it again. We've got to stop pausing at the same time. All right, from now on, you put your hand up if you're gonna pause. We're gonna put our hands up to pause because I'm sorry, guys. We're still working this whole collab
Great
thing
minds.
out.
I don't know.
The way that section there built in terms of he built up to these power vocals and then shifted immediately back into those high soft vocals.
And that gorgeous, clear high note. Oh my god!
Right? Freaking right? Like
And then, like you're saying, the lyrics of "close your eyes so you don't have to face the view." Like,
yeah.
this. Oh god! Okay. Ugh.
The fact that the way that it's been put together, though, in terms of talking to the child, it's so high and sweet and fragile and like soft, and then as it turned and stopped being as much about him talking about the child and his inner monologue about I've killed people, how much is this blood on my hands going to be, it started to get that kind of same thing as the last song of this aggression building or this like power building. And then the second he switched back to talking to the baby again, it just switched back into those soft high vocals.
That conflict.
Yeah, it's just the way that you can literally see in your head this being staged is being shown through the vocals, and that is so cool. I want to go back and hear that shift again if that's okay, because damn.
Yeah.
Every man I've slain is the price I pay. Endless pain. Close your eyes and spare yourself the view. How could I hurt you? I'm just a man who's trying to go home, even after all the years away from what I've known. I'm just a man who's fighting for his life. Deep down I would trade the world to see my son and wife.
I adore what he has done with the lyrics to this. Taking aside, again, every time I pause, I feel like I'm just talking about how incredible this man's vocals are. But it needs to be said. But taking that aside, the way the lyrics have been written here, it's every soldier ever. Everyone who's ever been, like everyone who's ever out fighting a war, you're fighting so you can go home. You're fighting so, number one, you can protect your home, but so you can get home. And the fact that he's been put in this situation where he has to make this awful choice, and he never signed up for that. He signed up to protect his home. He signed up to, to fight men and fight in a war and be an honorable soldier. And now he's put in this horrible position where he has to do this horrible thing, and it's not fair for him. He's just a man trying to get by, but now he has to make this awful decision.
Well, and the lyrics remind you that he's been gone from, like, his son was a baby when he left, and it's been 10 years already.
Has it?
He's going to be gone for even longer. Yeah, I think if I remember from the first one, they remind, okay, it's been 10 years, so he's missed that part of his son's growing up, and he just wants to go home. And so this is the choice that he has to make to do that?
Yeah, and I love the line that was in there about when he said about going home. He says something, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's something about that he wouldn't even know what that looks like, or whatever that looks like now, whatever that is now. He's even aware of the fact that it's been so long since he was home. He's going home to a completely different thing than what he left. His wife will be different. She'll have had 10 years without him. His child will have grown up and will look at him like a stranger already. And it's such a nice little, with one line there, reminded you of all those facts, and it's such good writing, man. I am just so impressed by every aspect. This also the way this song's been put together with that like nice soft guitar is stunning.
And there's a little bit just the light strings in there just bringing home that melancholy air to the back of it. It's oh my god, superb.
Exactly, exactly. All right, take it back a bit more. Let's go.
I would trade the world to see my son and wife. I'm just a man. But when does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? When does a ripple become a tidal wave? When does the reason become the blame? When does a man become a monster? When does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become
Hold on.
a monster?
If I can get it to do. Hang on.
I'll
You
do
do
it.
it.
I'll do it. Yep, it's done. It's done. You start because damn.
Well, I mean, that is some lyrics right there, okay?
Oh yeah.
Because we're talking about, he's trying to make this decision, and if he makes this decision, he'll be able to go home. But this is so it's that teetering on that knife edge that he's talking about here. And it brings home that every decision we make in our lives has the potential to be that epic
Yep.
and to be that, life changing.
Yeah. But it also for me.
Oh man.
It also for me is this thing of like a lot of shows and movies have touched on this point or mentioned this before about how anytime someone acts to try and prevent something from happening in the future, like
Mhm.
if you're killing people or invading a country or whatever it is as a preventative measure for things that could possibly happen in the future, you cross a
Mhm.
line. You become the bad
Yeah.
guy. And that is such a thing of this is that he's sitting there trying to make this decision because he's being told that in the future this child will do something evil. Well, like if that doesn't mean I can kill him now. It's going to make me into this horrible thing. But at the same time, that line about a ripple, uh,
Mhm.
you can see like you drop a pebble in the water and it slowly starts to ripple out. And when does that be turned into a giant tidal wave? How does that domino effect happen? If
Mhm.
he doesn't do something now, is that going to reverberate and cause actions in the future? But if he does do something now, does he stop being a man and start being a monster? Like that's the
We've
kind
seen
of
enough time travel movies. When somebody gives you something for the future, don't change it.
yep, pretty much. Pretty much.
Mm.
Damn straight. But yeah, absolutely brilliant writing. But the switch up when you take the start of this free,
Yeah.
that's what blew me away. You take the start of this song and you've got nice soft guitar music and high vocals, and then suddenly you get to this point and you have these chanting background vocals about
Mhm.
being a monster and the
It
progression
makes you
through
want to
this.
hide. It really does.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
makes you want to hide.
And again, I would love to see how this would be staged because I feel like you can see it being a thing of in this section here, I feel like almost the baby in the crib could be taken as like a thing that fades into the background for a moment as he's
Yeah.
focuses on him and either hooded figures or figures on the stage chanting with him. It could be staged so epically. That's the only like there it is. It could be staged in such a crazy way with this moment, and then suddenly,
Mhm.
I'm guessing that eventually the focus is going to come back to that soft, sweet moment with the baby. But the way that it's just gradually built and now suddenly come in with these chanting type voices is just an
Mhm.
entire mood switch from the start of the song, which was done so well. Yeah,
Well, let's keep going because I want to
yep,
see where he takes this. This is
yep.
going to be.
become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? When does a man become a monster?
Oh, sorry, he's going to keep singing there. I didn't realize. I thought it was the end. But taking that aside, that changed how I pictured the whole thing because I said to you about how like, oh, the baby wouldn't be the focus here. while that
Uh-huh.
chanting's going on, I hadn't noticed the fact that he is singing "Forgive Me," and now I'm picturing him
Yeah.
basically over this crib with sword in hand, singing these
Yeah.
"Forgive Me" lines, and damn. Again, I would love to see how this would be put together on stage. I would love to watch the animations for this of what other people have interpreted as, because it would be so freaking cool. But I had to pause it again and comment on that because I hadn't noticed the "Forgive Me" lines up until that point, and
Right.
that completely changed how I interpreted the scene. Uh Incredible.
Oh man. I'm speechless.
Yeah.
I'm just a man.
Oh my god.
Ooh, wow.
Again. We don't want to go into the next song. Not next song yet. We'll get
No,
there.
not
We'll
yet,
get
not
there,
yet,
okay?
not
No,
yet.
we'll stop. Stop. There we go.
I
Yeah.
didn't do anything, I swear.
The absolute voice acting in that song. The
Oh yeah.
the way that that was like like I said, for him to be able to switch between these sweet, soft notes that are so fragile and so emotional, and then build into this power stuff, and then switch it back and be pulling you in all these different directions was so incredible. And even the way that it
Yeah.
built those "Forgive Me" notes, and then the last one before he did the "I'm Just a Man," you can hear that kind of again fragile kind of breaking in his voice.
Yeah, and
Incredible.
it's kind of a he's trying to make an excuse that I'm just a man. I don't have any
Yeah.
choice. This is all I can do, but you can hear it kind of wavering like he knows that's not good enough.
Yeah, exactly. And at the same time, and again, this is most likely because we're only hearing it, we're not seeing how it be staged or things like that. I'm sitting here going, is he saying, "Forgive me, I'm just a man," to the child that he's about to kill? Or is he saying, "Forgive me, I'm just a man. I can't do this," and
Right.
apologizing to other people who aren't there, like his wife and his child and Zeus? Like, is like you don't know at the or listening to it at least. Again, on stage it might be different, but listening to it, you don't know who he's apologizing to at this point, which
Right.
is such a cool way to have done it, and such a it has my mind reeling. But
Yeah.
regardless, it
If every single song ends in a cliffhanger like this, I'm gonna need pressure medicine.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
And especially, if the Troy saga ends like this, I don't know how I'm going to not do the rest of the sagas. And I think I'm going to need to look into doing the rest of the sagas. But I already think I'm going to
look
have
at
to
our
do that because
calendars. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I already think I'm going to have to, because it's so good. But yeah, this was again to have gone from that the first song, which just hooks you in, dumps so much information on you,
Oh, yeah.
and just gets you like grabbing the edge of your seat, being like, okay, let's go. We're going full bore into this thing. And then to switch it up with this one where it's so soft and so emotional, but then still takes you on a roller coaster. But it just,
Mhm.
instead of being about kind of 12 different things all happening to introduce the show, this one's just focused on emotions now. This is just focused on this one decision. I love that.
Oh yeah.
I
You really
could
start to identify with the character.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's a really incredible way of finding that balance between getting the information out while still like honing in on the important parts, which is
Mhm.
really well balanced. I can't wait to check out the rest of this. I know you're loving it as well, Panda. Guys, I hope all of you are enjoying the reactions. As always, please check out the original linked in the description below. Give it a like, give it a comment, and subscribe to the original artist whose name I butcher every time I try and say it. So I'll put it on the screen here. But yes, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Also, leave this video a like and a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Check out in the link in the description Panda's channel. She does absolutely incredible content. I love watching her videos, so that should tell you just how incredible her stuff is. So check her out. Also, check the both of us out on Patreon, because I on my Patreon do weekly polls, a weekly TV show, 4 weekly TV show reactions at the moment, a monthly movie reaction, a monthly live stream, and at the highest tier, you can get a guaranteed reaction on the channel. And over on Panda's Patreon, she does
Don't know nearly as much yet, but I'm working on it. The first tier will get you, early access to videos and get you behind the scene content. I'm probably going to put some of the bloopers and that we have on this video on
There's a
there
lot.
just because
There's
they're
a lot.
funny. They're hilarious. And then the second tier gets you the ability to request a song for me to analyze.
Yep. So check those out on Patreon. And yeah, we will see you in the third episode of Epic in exactly a week's time. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next time. Have a great day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. And we'll see you next time. Bye.